All right, folks, I'm Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Let's go through some NFL free agency early edition only winners and losers. So again, just because you're on the winner's side or if you're on the loser side doesn't mean you're actually going to finish there. But first off, let's start with the off-ball linebackers, the winners in a big, big way because they all got paid, Mitch. CJ Mosley, 5 years, $85 million. Are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious. And when I saw this deal go down, I was like, oh my Lord. It's hefty, right? I mean, CJ Mosley should definitely thank Kwon Alexander because I think Kwon's the one that set the table.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Well, he's getting paid like a DN.
They blew it out of the water.
That's the Jets.
I mean, you're paying CJ Mosley like a top 10 player on defense. He's good.
I get it.
I don't know if he's $17 million good.
I don't think he's $17 million good, but I also don't think Kwon Alexander's $13.5. I mean, I'll say Anthony Barr or Luke Kuechly, they're definitely in there, but again, it's a different time. However, I mean, Mosley, he's probably going to have over 100 tackles, but to pay somebody $17 million who only had half a sack, I don't know about you, Tom. I'm not trying to have half a sack. Just saying.
Yeah, you already made that joke once.
I can make it again because some people didn't watch it.
That's fair enough. All right, safety, that market has also been reset. Landon Collins gets 6 years, $84 million. Mathieu gets that cut in half, but still the same amount per year. LaMarcus Joyner gets paid. Adrian Amos gets paid. Even Deshaun Gibson gets paid. And, of course, Earl Thomas had to wait a little bit, but he did find his big-time money. Now, Eric Berry has been cut by the Chiefs, so he's not going to be at that $13 million price tag anymore. But the safety market, Eric Berry was the highest-paid guy. He's not anymore. Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu come in. They surpass it. Earl Thomas gets a nice price tag as well.
I'm actually impressed that you did that math in your head, half price, because at first when you said that, I was like, how do you know that?
Half.
I didn't even notice it.
Half.
I'm not a math guy, Tom. I'm not a math guy. Anyway, though, really good move here by the Ravens, getting Earl Thomas. But what was the best safety signing so far, according to you?
I like to save money, so I kind of am intrigued by the Adrian Amos deal.
Okay.
I still think there is some risk there. I like the way it was structured as well, with the Packers being able to get out in the relatively near future. So I might go with that one there.
I am, by contract, obligated to say LaMarcus Joyner.
Good answer. Good answer. Now, speaking of contracts, today's show brought to you by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. and use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50. They're going to give you $60 for free, Mitch.
Put down $100, get $120 for free. Be a big baller like Tom over here. Put down $500, get $600 for free. Challenge us. Hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know if you want to bet against us because we are on BetDSI all the time. Chatsports.com/bet.
Let's go to some more winners here. The Cleveland Browns. We'll get to the other side in a little bit as well. But for me, the Browns, Mitch, they're a no-brainer winner. I know it's not technically free agency. I don't care. I'm going to cheat here. You bring in O'Dell Beckham. You bring in Olivier Vernon. Oh, by the way, you also signed Sheldon Richardson to a 3-year, $39 million deal.
Yeah, I mean, I love what the Browns are doing.
I choose to cheat.
The Browns are so much fun right now.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that the Browns are doing these things. Like, the Browns fan base deserves this more than I think almost any fan base does. And the fact that now that they're going out, they're surrounding Baker Mayfield. I'll tell you what, right now, put down money at chatsports.com/bet for Baker Mayfield to win MVP.
Okay, I'm fine with that one there.
It's a dark horse one.
You are fully on my side now of the Browns being the team.
I am.
And I love it. I'm glad to have you on my side now.
I appreciate
There's
that.
still room on the bandwagon for us lifelong Browns fans for the past week. Come on over.
All right, are the Browns going to win the AFC North?
Yes, they will. All right, let's talk about the Oakland Raiders here, Mitch. I'll let you take this one because they've been very active, and you are the Oakland Raiders report host.
Yeah, they have been active, and I'm excited that the Raiders have been active because I think in the beginning I was like, I think the Raiders have 2020 vision and not so much 2019 vision, and here's the thing. Like, when I see Trent Brown, Mike Mayock has said multiple times that he wants to be able to surround Derek Carr with talent. You're going to add Antonio Brown. You're going to add Tyrell Williams. You're going to add Trent Brown to protect his blind side. This is just one of those moves where I think it's a really solid move by the Oakland Raiders. And now Trent Brown, sure, you paid him a lot of money, $36 million guaranteed. But again, you're adding pieces where you needed help. You needed wide receiver help. Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams. You needed to be able to protect Derek Carr because he was sacked 52 times last year. You get Trent Brown. LaMarcus Joyner, a great safety with, I think, a lot of upside.
He's going to play some in the nickel, by the way, for Oakland.
A lot of people were like, what would you compare LaMarcus Joyner to? I don't think he's as good as the Honey Badger, but he's like Honey Badger B option, I guess.
Lesser.
A little bit of a lesser option.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit undersized, but can play multiple positions. So I want to know from everybody watching, all right, as host of the Raiders Report, how many games will the Raiders win in 2019? Tom, how many games will the Raiders win in 2019?
6 or 7.
Okay, interesting. If you guys want to know how many games I think they're going to win, I put up a poll at youtube.com/Raiders Report, but also you can hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365.
How about the team that I think has been the most underrated in free agency right now?
Okay.
The Tennessee Titans. I am a huge fan of what they've done so far, Mitch. You go out, you have a needed offensive guard. You find Roger Saffold, who, guess what, is really, really good, and you're only going to pay him about $11 million per year, a 4-year, $44 million deal total. You need some receiver help? You go out and you sign Adam Humphries to a fair market deal. You know how I feel about Kenny Vaccaro. You re-signed him. Cameron Wake is the defensive version of Frank Gore. The dude doesn't get old somehow. So 3 years, 23 with an out after year 1, that makes sense to me. And by the way, Safford and Humphries, you can get out of those deals after the first 2 years too. So I am a big, big fan of what Tennessee did. We were asked earlier this week who has been the most under the radar team or move. I think it's Tennessee.
Well, you're a big fan of the Tennessee move, and I'm a big fan of Miz and Maine because they make the guys here at Chat Sports, well, me, look passable on air. You guys can go see for yourself. Go to comfortable.af because these shirts are indeed comfortable as F. Spoiler alert, Tom, I'm wearing one to your wedding.
Absolutely are. All right, let's get to the Buffalo Bills then. They have been super active. Now, I don't think it's the high-level elite moves, but I like what they did. The smart teams, Mitchell, they plug holes on their roster in free agency. So the Bills, their offense was a mess last year. They had Josh Allen, LaShawn McCoy, and Deion Dawkins. So you sign Ty Nsekhe, there's your new right tackle. Cole Beasley, John Brown, those are good. Maybe number 2, number 3 if you reverse that order. And I think John Brown a great fit alongside Josh Allen given his arm strength. When healthy, Mitch Morse is a top 10 center.
Great name.
You pay him like one. Tyler Kroft is a solid number 2 tight end. Nick Boyle set the market. He'll be your blocker there. Then some other moves. I don't love the Spencer Long move, but it gives you more depth. They poached John Feliciano away from the Raiders to be a backup. Frank Gore, the never aging man, comes in. Kevin Johnson, Jordan Phillips help on defense. Mitch, I like what Buffalo did here.
They added a lot of pieces, then they tried to fill up a bunch of holes in a cheap way, and I think it was smart for doing what they did. But again, it's the Buffalo Bills, and until I see them, I'm not overly excited by Buffalo. I'm sorry.
I suppose that's fair in the end. Now, what'd you think of the Green Bay Packers, though?
I liked a lot of the moves that they made. I like Billy Turner's glasses. I know that. That's a for Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. But Adrian Amos, 4 years, $37 million. They were able to take him away from the Chicago Bears, which I think was a good move. Another player that I really like, Preston Smith, a great addition there because the Packers desperately needed help at the linebacker position. And then they also went out and got Zardarius Smith, who a little bit of an under-the-radar player, but I think he was under the radar, who actually also had a very good year.
I kind of think he got too much.
Oh, I think he got, when you look at Preston Smith to Zardarius Smith, I definitely think he got too much. But he also got pushed down, I think, because C.J. Mosley, because T-Sizzle. So, but that's just my opinion.
All right, so those were the winners. Let us know in the comment section who you guys think had the best free agency so far. Again, it is just so far. Plenty will change, but we want to give you guys a little report card update, so to speak, so far. Let's move then to the losers side of things. Le'Veon Bell, he got paid, but this is not what he wanted.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of guaranteed money. That's what he was really focused on there. But for Bell, it did not work out in the end. He lost money this year. I think in the end, it's a net loss for Bell.
He took a gamble, and life's a gamble. Dropping on iTunes, Pandora, and Spotify. Shout out to you, Bell. Horrible album, by the way.
Reset the market. I have not listened to it. I heard it was mumble rap, which I don't care for.
It's not good. It's not good. Do not listen to it. Listen to us here instead. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. But he wanted to get paid. He wanted to be the highest paid running back. Didn't happen, and I think he shot himself in the foot a little bit last year by not playing. So, Tom, I'm going to ask you, did Le'Veon Bell make a mistake by sitting out in 2018? This one's easy for me.
It didn't completely fail because he did get paid, But in the end, yes, he lost money and didn't reset the back market like he wanted to. I think that's a loss in the end. Now, head over to BetDSI, folks, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120. If you take a loss betting, that promo code, you're going to have extra money. You're going to be okay.
And if you're Tom, BetDSI just gives you all this extra money that for some reason, BetDSI, you're not giving it to me.
I started with 50 and I got like 300 now.
I want to know what Tom's doing or who Tom knows at BetDSI because Tom has all this free money. It's insane. What are you going to do with it? Buy me a gift.
I'm not going to buy you anything.
Maybe
what you like. Because you know how I feel right now about the Cincinnati Bengals, right? We've been over this. We're going to do it again, though. Bobby Hart,
winner.
What are you doing, Bengals? Why are you giving him 3 years and $16.5 million up to $17 million? Why? What would possibly possess you this? Now, look, you can get out of it after 1 year. Here's my theory now. The Bengals are enacting the ultimate tanking plan. They're going to lose this year and lose next year and then go out and get Trevor Lawrence.
Wow.
This is their ultimate plan. They are intentionally making bad decisions, and people are going to say, oh, yeah, that's just the Bengals. It's the perfect tanking plan.
Bobby Hart, if you're watching, just so you know, Tom is getting married May 11th in Cincinnati. You are 100% welcome.
All right, some more losers here. We'll go a little bit quicker through these. The Chicago Bears, it's not their fault.
Okay.
This is the nature of being a good team. They lost Adrian Amos. They're probably going to lose Bryce Callahan. I don't like signing Buster Screen. The Bears are still going to be good, but for free agency winners, losers, they kind of fall on the loser side, unfortunately.
I agree.
Now, the Houston Texans, well, they got worse at safety.
Yep.
They lost Tyrann Mathieu.
Yep.
They did sign Tashawn Gibson, so, a negative net, I think, in the end. I like the Bradley Roby move, but where's your offensive line help, Mitch? How are you getting better there?
They don't have it. And now maybe they could pick up a player like Donald Penn if the Raiders decide to cut him or whatnot. But again, I mean, what are the Texans actually going to try to do? It's interesting, but I think a clear loser.
Speaking of clear losers, I know it's not just free agency, but it's my rules. I set them. Deal with it. O'Dell Beckham got traded. They lost Landon Collins for maybe a comp pick at best. What's their plan?
Corey Coleman.
It's not a good plan.
Yeah, I hear you. Dave Gettleman is clearly not thinking clearly.
Not a good plan. All right, the Indianapolis Colts. Many of you asked about them. Now, when we sit down at the end of the offseason, I do not think you'll see the Colts on the loser side.
Okay.
I think you'll see them on the winners because they have plenty of draft capital. But your only big move beyond re-signing guys like Devin Funchess, which I like a lot, by the way, or Pierre Desir, we're signing Pierre Desir, was to sign Devin Funchess, which I hate. Like Pierre Desir, as I misspoke, you're going to pay Devin Funchess $10 million?
No.
Dante Moncrief 2.0.
Oh.
I would have given that money to like a safety instead. That's what I would have done.
I would have given it to a bunch of players not named Devin Funchess.
And then the Dallas Cowboys, and I figure most of you saw this one coming. Yeah, you lost Cole Beasley. That was expected. They didn't pay for Earl Thomas. That wasn't the biggest surprise in the world. DeMarcus Lawrence, though, remains unsigned. And the Cowboys' big move was paying a fullback money. Second most in the NFL. It's still cheap because it's a fullback, but whatever. And I know Cowboys fans want flash. Be patient, it'll get there. But for the early part of free agency, Cowboys are a loser, right?
Well, that's kind of what the Cowboys' MO is. They don't really do all that much. But this show isn't about Tom. It's not about me. We want to know from everybody watching who had the worst free agency so far. Comment below if you're watching this on YouTube, anywhere that you see this video, who had the worst free agency so far.
Still the New York Giants, by the way.
Still the New York Giants.
Still the Giants, and I'm including offseason there, but it's the Giants.
All right, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and make sure you guys get on BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. We'll be looping this through. We'll see you.